Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to discuss multiple choice question based paper of numerical analysis and design that comes in IIPS 4th sem internals. Question 1. Which of the following interpolation technique is used to find the value of function at point lying outside the known data points? Options are A. Newton forward interpolation. Option B. Newton backward interpolation. Option C. Newton divided difference interpolation. Option D. Lagrange's interpolation. The correct answer is option C. Newton's divided difference interpolation. Move on to the next question. Question 2. Which of the following is not a disadvantage of Newton forward interpolation? Option A. It cannot be used for large value of n. Option B. It requires equally spaced data point. Option C. It is sensitive to errors in the data points. Option D. It is conceptually intensive. The correct answer is option D. It is conceptually intensive. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 3. Which of the following interpolation technique is used to find the value of function at point lying before the known data points? Options are option A. Newton forward interpolation. Option B. Newton backward interpolation. Option C. Newton divided difference interpolation. Option D. Lagrange's interpolation. The correct answer is option B. Newton's backward interpolation. Question 4. Which of the following interpolation techniques uses a polynomial of degree n-1 to interpolate n data points? Options are Newton forward interpolation. Option B. Newton for backward interpolation. Option C. Newton divided difference interpolation. Option D. Lagrange's interpolation. The correct answer is option D. Lagrange's interpolation. Which of the following Question 5. Which of the following is not a disadvantage of Newton's backward interpolation? Option A. It requires equally spaced data points. Option B. It requires sensitive to error in the data points. Option C. It cannot be used for large values of n. Option D. It is computationally intensive. The correct answer is option C. It cannot be used for large values of n. Next question, question number 6. Which of the following interpolation technique is used for finding the values of function at point lying between the known data points? Options are Newton divided difference formula, Newton's forward difference formula, Newton's backward interpolation formula, or Lagrange's interpolation formula. The correct answer is option D, Lagrange's interpolation. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 7. Which of the following is the correct formula for Newton divided difference interpolation? The correct answer is option A. F of x equals to f of x0 plus f of x0 comma x1 plus f of x0 comma x1 comma x2 bracket में x minus x1 plus up to n terms. Let's move on to the next question. Which of the following is the correct formula for the first divided difference in Newton's divided difference interpolation? Options are option A. F of xi equals to f of xi. Option B. F of xi is equals to f of xi plus 1 minus f of xi. Option C. F of xi is equals to f of xi plus 1 minus f of xi divided by xi plus 1 minus xi. Option D. F of xi is equals to f of xi minus f of xi minus 1 divided by xi minus 1. The correct answer is option D. F of x is equals to f of x minus f of x minus 1 divided by f of xy minus xi minus 1. Question number 9. What is the basic difference between Newton's forward and backward interpolation method? Options are Newton forward interpolation uses forward difference, whereas backward interpolation uses backward difference. Option B. Newton's forward interpolation uses backward difference, whereas backward interpolation uses forward difference. Option C. Both Newton forward and backward interpolation methods use the same formula for interpolation. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option A. Newton forward interpolation uses forward difference, whereas backward interpolation uses backward differences. Question number 10. In Newton's divided difference formula, what is the purpose of using high order differences? The options are option A. To increase the accuracy of the interpolation. Option B. To decrease the accuracy of the interpolation. Option C. To make the interpolation faster. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option A. To increase the accuracy of the interpolation. Question 11. Which of the following interpolation method is not based on polynomial approximation? Options are option A. Newton divided difference formula, Newton's forward interpolation formula. Option C. Lagrange's interpolation. Option D. Divided difference interpolation. The correct answer is option D. Divided difference interpolation. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 12. What is the difference between Newton's divided difference interpolation and Lagrange's interpolation? Option A. Newton's divided difference interpolation uses forward difference, whereas Lagrange's interpolation uses backward difference. Option B. Newton's divided difference interpolation uses backward differences, whereas Lagrange's interpolation uses forward differences. Option C. Newton's divided difference interpolation uses divided differences, whereas Lagrange's interpolation uses polynomial interpolation. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option C. Newton's divided difference interpolation uses divided difference, whereas Lagrange's interpolation uses polynomial interpolation. Question 13. Which of the following interpolation methods is more suitable for unevenly spaced data points? Options are option A. Newton's forward interpolation. Option B. Newton's backward interpolation. Option C. Divided difference interpolation. Option D. Lagrange's interpolation. The correct answer is Lagrange's interpolation. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 14. Which of the following interpolation method is known as the method of finite differences? Options are option A. Newton's forward interpolation. Newton's backward interpolation. Option C. Divided difference interpolation. Option D. Lagrange's interpolation. The correct answer is divided difference interpolation. Question number 15. What is the order of polynomial used in Newton's forward interpolation? Option A. N. Option B. N minus 1. Option C. N plus 1. Option D. 2n. The correct answer is option B. N minus 1. Question 16. Which of the following interpolation methods uses the concept of interpolation error? Option A. Newton's forward interpolation. Option B. Newton's backward interpolation. Option C. Lagrange's interpolation. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is Lagrange's interpolation. Question number 17. Which of the following interpolation method can be used to interpolate function with complex values? Option A. Newton's forward interpolation. Option B. Newton's backward interpolation. Option D. Divided difference interpolation. Option D. Lagrange's interpolation. The correct answer is Lagrange's interpolation. Now let's move on to the question number 18. What is the drawback of using high order differences in Newton's divided difference interpolation? Option A. Higher computational complexity. Option B. Decreased accuracy. Option C. Higher degree of polynomial approximation. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option A. Higher computational complexity. Now let's move on to the question number 19. What is the main difference between Newton-Cotes formula and Gaussian quadrature formulas for numerical integration? Option A. Newton-Cotes formulas use equidistant points, whereas Gaussian quadrature formula use non-equidistant points. Option B. Newton-Cotes formula use non-equidistant points, whereas Gaussian quadrature formula use equidistant formula points. Option C. Both Newton-Cotes and Gaussian quadrature formulas use the same type of points for integration? Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option A. Newton Cotes formula use equidistant points, whereas Gaussian quadrature formula use non-equidistant point. Let's move on to the last question. Question number 20. Which of the following is an example of Newton Cotes formula for numerical integration? Option A, Simpson's 1 by 3 rule. Option B, Simpson's 3 by 8 rule. Option C, trapezoidal rule. Option D, both A and C. The correct answer is option D, both A and C. Thank you for watching.